Okay.
So did a ponytail instead of bobby pins.
Yeah, so we're thinking, you know, the bobby pins really aren't that secure unless you have, you know, shorter hair and you need bobby pins to be able to get it to the back. And in that case, they probably are secure enough because you don't have all this weight hanging down. All right, so we got this ponytail in here, and now I'm just gonna add that.
Do an elastic instead of this. This is just for the video, right?
What's that?
Like an elastic would probably be better than this.
Yeah, something your hair color. An elastic would be good, or like you're talking like a, yeah, like a thinner band, whatever.
Teeny tiny
not a cloth coated one.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's not gonna break, snap, you know. All right,
You
so
could double
now
it.
I'm gonna pull this up, all this hair together that was here. I'm just gonna pull it all up together because I'm going to work on teasing this bottom part and getting it ready. Kaylee just has a lot of hair. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna just take this lower part and I'm just gonna put your head down for me. I'm just gonna grab some of it, put some of this powder play in here. Do that. All right, there you go. And then we can add a little teasing to it. Again, this is like, you know, supposed to be kind of messy.
So this
I'm
is
gonna
all the
tease
hair
this.
that's not in a ponytail.
Yep.
That's below, that's left over.
And I'm gonna add a little more up here even. And I'm gonna even tease this up here because what I want is for this hair back here to be big. Like, as a big part of the look is the back of the hair is full. So even if it looks super messy like this, we're going to kind of bring this over and smooth it down a little more once we have our teasing done. So I'm gonna do one more section back here. I'm kind of just getting just below that that where her head curves, right down to the base of that curve. Okay. I'm gonna add a little more here.
All in like the creases of where you're
just right,
taking hair.
kind of right at the roots.
The roots, yes.
Tease it again. Now, I would say if I wasn't using powder play in our hair, I would probably have to do a lot more teasing in it. So
Which would probably cause more damage.
Works. Yeah. Well. And so just to add a little texture down here to this hair, I'm just gonna take the Kristen S spray and I'm just gonna add.
Okay, so why are you doing the Kristen S on the bottom?
Why?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna to add a little texture and make it just because this is still gonna hang. And what happens is if all this hair up here is all texturized and full and big and this is hanging flat, it might look a little weird. So I'm just gonna kind of spray this. Not going. All right, it's just not wanting to turn. There it goes. So this is a lot like similar to like a dry shampoo. Kind of a dry shampoo gives you that, I don't know, it just like adds something to your hair. You can like see already that it's got a lot more volume to it, thickness. All right, so we're gonna pull this down. I'm gonna add some to this layer. The Kristen S in this size bottle is about $4, $4.50 or something like that. Not bad. It will run out probably kind of quick, so don't overdo it. But
you're probably better off getting this one.
I'd say that one over this
For-
one if you have to
Because
choose
it will
one.
last longer and you won't have to buy several.
And then, but you can get a larger size of this if you want to, and that one's like $14 or $15.
So is that part needed then? Like if you weren't to buy that, you know, how would you, what would you do with the bottom hair that you had, you know, if you didn't have?
If you don't buy this?
Yeah.
Then just leave it. Or what you can do is like I did with the, other layer, add just a little bit more of this powder play or hairspray, even to this part that you didn't tease, and you can even tease this, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You can tease up to the ends, really. I mean, that's just gonna give it that extra
The poof is
yeah.
gonna add a lot.
I mean, the more your guys' hair is, you know, big, the more impactful I think it'll be.
Yeah.
It'll just be something different. You know, you guys, it's kind of unconventional because the program normally has girls in all these curls and they're polished and stuff. You guys are going to be a little bit edgy this year, so it's going to be kind of fun to play that part. All right, anyway, so now I'm going to kind of just, you see how the sides are kind of like all crazy? I'm just kind of taking the brush and just kind of going over that so it almost just disguises what's behind it. All right, so there's that.
So a lot more volume than before.
Hmm?
And are you teasing this stuff?
Yeah, so now I'm gonna take this part out.
Okay.
And you can see I got the side real slicked back. I use that nice extra strong hold hairspray. All right, so if I was to just let this fall here, it's probably gonna weigh this hair down a lot. So I'm gonna do some work to keep it volumized and give it some more body. Okay. I'm just gonna separate this in a few pieces and work with them. Use a little powder play and get them, you know, rub them between my fingers and just get it kind of messy. Once you have just add some of that product in it, get it. Once you have it, you know, kind of full like you think you might want it, just shoot it with some of this firm hairspray, because at this point the hair back here is mostly like it's gonna be. I'm just gonna spray that in there. See how big that's getting? It's big.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you guys may not think this, you might be like, this is like not pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're done and you have your whole look with the eyes and everything and the lips and everything done, it's gonna be pretty.
Edgy.
Edgy and pretty. Glam.
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of glam and edgy. Glitter and stuff. Okay. Over here. So let's get that. And so the reason why we didn't just make all the hair like this when we started is it would have been a nightmare trying to get it all into its into the different parts, you know. It would have been really hard to work with it if we had messed it all up at the beginning. And so I'm going to I am going to tease this a little bit once I have this part done. A little bit more of that. Okay, so now I have all that nice and big. I'm gonna go through the ponytail up at the base and just kind of tease it back a little bit of the base of the ponytail, since that area didn't really get much product in it.
Lots of teasing.
So this might not be the most fun hairstyle to take out later, but it's okay. Okay, now we're on to the top. This section, again, it's the same thing. You're just gonna section this out, tease it. I would say I'm gonna save the, what do you say then? I was trying to say, I think I'm gonna work my way from the top down. All right, so right now I'm at the top of, I'm at the base of the bump, working with the hair that is actually in the bump.
And just to make sure I'm getting it in there, this is all of the hair that's like left over that she's using. There's no hair that's going to be left behind that you're not teasing, right?
Right, everything, all the hair that's on
loose.
her head is gonna be have a little product in it and have a little teasing done to it.
Yeah, messy.
So we add that. Do the same thing to this. Right it to the back. Okay. I'm just gonna put that up here. I'm sorry, Kaylee.
Yeah, okay.
So if you guys are, when you guys are there on Tuesday night, I'm happy to help you guys with questions and, you know, and if you don't have the products you need that night, I'm happy to help too with we'll have these products on hand. I won't be there for every competition, so, you know, after the first one, you'll want to get what you need. But for this first one, I'm happy to help you guys out.
We can even like make another list of things we need too, just in case.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to overwhelm anyone. I remember when you guys first started show choir, feeling like, geez Louise, there's a lot of stuff, you know, and I don't want to add a ton to anyone's plate. So, you know, we'll do what we can to help you figure out how to do it if you don't have certain products, or if you have a different kind of hair type that I didn't cover. You know, we'll talk about that and we'll figure it out. Okay, I think I got like one more section here. And then we're gonna be ready to kind of just do those finishing touches.
So basically you don't necessarily need bobby pins, huh?
I guess not, no.
I mean, for the bump.
Yes,
Actually.
for the bump, you're right. Yep, for the bump, you're gonna need a little bit.
My bad.
But
you're not gonna need as much bobby pins as like a massive bump on your head, and you need to get all that
yeah.
hair pinned.
All right, so now I'm gonna do a little teasing here to these sections. At the top, I mean, you don't want to go too crazy because you don't want like this massive hump of hair at the top, probably. It might look a little weird and a little, I don't know, cartoon-like or something. So,
But a little bit of
I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna just I have this nice section here that's kind of got a good size to it, so I'm gonna spray that with this hairspray. I'm gonna go under it a little bit too. This firm hold. Now I can see her ponytail holder through there. Once this is all back, I don't think we'll be able to see it, but that might be a good reason to have, you know, the color of your own hair.
Of like small, tiny elastics.
And so this hair, shoot, I forgot about this. This hair, we kind of want to fall to the, like, okay, let me show you right here. See how right here, this section of hair, if it falls, it can fall straight down to the sides. If you end up with a little too much hair, just throw a bobby pin in there. I feel like this section might be just a little bit too much, so I'm gonna throw a bobby pin in here.
Just to keep it from falling down.
Yeah,
right?
so it's not too, like, hanging too far down, too far forward, I guess. If it's hanging right here, it might be distraction.
Because you want to be able to see the tight.
You want to see how that's tight back. All right, and I'm gonna do this. I have a tiny bit on this side. I want to do the same thing. You might just end up with that every time. But I love that this style, you guys, is super forgiving. Like, once you get all that product in it, this is gonna be like so, like, it's just so easy. Okay, so the last part is that we thought was really fun was throwing in some braids.
Now, Kevin did say that we don't need the braids, but I think a lot of us girls have agreed that
it's more fun when you look at it. Like, it adds so much more details.
like on stage you may not see it, but like when we're off stage, it kind of will feel really cool to have some
Point
braids in
out,
there.
like, if you look closely here, you may not be able to tell in here, but where her ponytail is, there's kind of a hump, and up above, it's kind of falling flat. So I'm gonna tease just a little bit more of this hair so that it's hanging like above the ponytail and not kind of having that bump, like a more of a gradual. Whatever. Okay, so there's that. All right, so for the braids, what I found to be cool was...
Let me do a...
What?
No, you're
okay,
good.
turn this way, turn towards the camera. Yeah. What I found to be kind of cool is, okay, so this piece wants to fall down. So what I did before was the edge of the hair that's in here is gonna want to hang. So take this hair and braid it in with some of this hair underneath. So I took this and then I just took a section from down here, and this is real tacky. Like, I can't even really hardly get it apart. So I'm just gonna gently, pull it apart wherever I can and start wherever it makes sense. Okay. So I'm just braiding this in so that hair will stay down like this. There we go. I'm just trying to smooth this. It's got some weird little flyaways. All right. It doesn't need to be perfect either. These, you're gonna get little random hairs in there and stuff, and the hair's so tacky to work with right now that, it just feels kind of whatever, messy and stuff.
And then again, the braids don't need to look perfect because you're not going to necessarily see them on stage.
Yeah.
But Kevin never said that we can't.
But again, well, and if you have, like, I was saying, like, blondes, you can pull out those braids more easily. You can see them more easily. And so if someone can, sees a braid in one girl's hair, pretty much you can tell, oh, all the girls have braids. That's pretty cool.
And also with this hair, like, I was dancing on Saturday all day with this hairstyle, and it wasn't as secure as this one would be, but it was still staying in place throughout the whole entire day.
I'm just adding a little hairspray to the bottom of this because I don't.
Put in your retainer.
I don't have any little ponytails on me right now, so I'm just putting a little hairspray to hold it. So I'm gonna do one here. I think I'm gonna do another one kind of right here so that like you really get to see it in the front.
Kaylee, I think you should do a hair flip for us so that we can see.
Okay. I'm thinking, like, 4 to 6 braids on your head is probably enough.
I'd say
I said 4.
4.
2 on each side.
None in back, I don't think. I feel like sides are just
Yeah, it would probably be hard to do anyways. The back's pretty
teased up.
messy. Okay, all right, well, you guys get the idea, so I'm not gonna go all the way down. Oops, I got your shirt. All right, so there's that one, and then I'm gonna come over here I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Again, turn this way. So you can see like on this side, this hair again is kind of wanting to like fall down. That's the very edge of this. So I'm gonna take this hair and just a little bit more so it doesn't fall down when I'm performing. And
So
I'm
this
gonna,
is the hair that's falling down. So
yeah, this is the kind of the outside of the bump, right at the edge of the bobby pin. So right at the edge of the bobby pin, this hair wants to kind of come down. So this is by taking this and using some of this lower hair, that's going to keep all this hair really from falling forward, and it's going to keep this part really, really visible. So there we go.
I do think though, since we're doing braids, that all of us should do braids, just to make it even. You know.
Mm-hmm. You guys are all, I mean, yeah, they're pretty easy. This attack, there's so many little hairs wanting to get in there.
Now, it's okay, right, for it to just, look messy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's totally fine. If like for her hair, I mean, if there's areas that are like, I can see like right here, it's still coming out a lot. I might come in on the side over here and just puff it up even a little more. I might tease down the hair down here even, just to give it a little bit more volume so it's not laying, like falling into that ponytail.
Mm-hmm. So on the other side, just doing the same thing that you did with the braid here. Just grabbing hair from up here that was falling, and then taking hair that was below here and like braiding them together so that it keeps the hair from right there falling down.
And so on this side, I'm actually gonna just do something a little bit different. Instead of doing the braid here, I'm gonna do a braid kind of more over here on this side, just because I feel like it's probably better to have it just be a little bit random than be exactly the same on both sides.
Now, could you do the exact same on both sides?
Sure you can, yep.
I feel like the braids don't need to be,
Do them wherever you feel like, I'm gonna do it there this time.
Yeah.
One thing that's nice is, okay, so a few years ago, I think you guys had just started show choir. You were brand new in it, and it was the first time I ever saw Power Company perform. I mean, I saw them when I was in high school, but like, in recent years, I hadn't ever really seen it. And they had straight hair with a bump, and one of the girls had her hair stuck to her glossy lipstick for like a whole song. And I was like, why is she not moving it off of her mouth? Like, this is so distracting. She just has like hair plastered across her face. It was really distracting. But you guys have matte lipstick, so that won't happen. It's not glossy. You're not gonna have any hair sticking to it.
Yeah, the lipstick's really matte, and it it's kind of dry on your lips, but
it's not horrible.
It's really not that. It's not horrible.
Oh, I think it's made to last all day, so you can lick your lips.
Yeah,
and
like for me.
And on Saturday, I wore it all day long, and I only applied it once in the morning.
Yep, Kaylee and I both wore it all day long on Saturday, and I got home and forgot to take it off, and I woke up in the morning and it was still there. So it does stay, and it comes off pretty easily with makeup remover. If you don't have makeup remover, good luck trying to get it off.
Probably, yeah. That's kind of a must.
Which is good though. I mean, it's better than lip stain. I think it's better than lip stain because lip stain actually stays for like a while. But
all right, so I'm just kind of getting it nice and finishing it up. And the front needs a little hairspray. Kaylee's gonna go take a shower after this.
Yeah.
But you know, it's still just to get the full idea here. So let's see, Kaylee, look at me.
Twist around.
Yeah, turn this way.
Do a
Sorry.
stand up, do a slow.
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, the hair.
So I want to see it a little bit more in the front. So here you can turn this way so that you can see. And bring this hair forward a little more.
I mean, obviously, when you're on stage doing hair flips, that's not gonna
Yeah.
be necessary. But
It's not like, you're gonna, it's not gonna really matter.
It's
But
fine.
that's kind of what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whoa.
and with all the makeup and
Whoa.
everything, it'll look pretty edgy.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
All right.
Good luck, everyone. We will see you guys on Tuesday, and
Yeah.
we'll be there to help.